Hey y'all, happy finals. This video has been pretty stressful to make, but if you're seeing it, that's good enough. Generally, and especially this time of the year, we tend to be very wasteful. Wrapping presents, present bows, and tissue paper are whole messes of their own, literally and figuratively. And people tend to just skip over how wasteful they're being because it's the holiday season and it's just not on their minds. Today, we'll be showing you some alternatives to use and generally just how to use less material. To start off, this isn't any of us average people's faults really, since of course, corporations are who makes this trash. We just happen to buy it because it's seen as necessary, but we can still help out by not buying it or using less of it. On Christmas and other December holidays, that's generally when it's the most wasteful of all year long. There's ways to make your presents look nice without sacrificing much and not using wrapping paper or tissue paper. Firstly, you could just use a box. It looks ugly, I guess, but you could just find a nice box or paint it or something. But in all likelihood, whoever's receiving the gift will probably reuse that box, whether it's just for personal use or regifting it to somebody. So it's not just a one-time wasteful thing, it does get use out of it and it can be recycled. For bagged gifts, instead of using tissue paper, you could use fabric like towels, or you could use biodegradable tissue paper. You could also just use a basket. It's seen as a lot nicer, especially if you weave your own basket. Not saying you have to, but it is pretty fun to make a basket, and it's more personalized and it looks nice. Gifts can also be better. Buying from companies is cool, but corporations tend to make unnecessary layers of packaging. Now, it isn't your fault how they package the boxes, and if you're just trying to get what someone wants, go ahead. But if you have any artistic ability at all, or if you're not sure really what the person wants exactly, then you can just make something for them that's personalized. You could draw them, you can make a keychain with their name, you can make a box for them, make a basket for them. Literally anything. It's more personalized, it's nicer, and there's more thought put into it than just going out and spending $5 on something they probably won't use. Now, if we're going into normal conditions, we're still pretty wasteful, especially us who live in first world countries like America. Many of us go through plastic bags, Ziploc bags, clothing, and other things like it's nothing. Except it isn't nothing. Only around 8% of all plastic ever, and that's a high estimation, has been recycled. Think about that. There is over 6 trillion pounds of trash in the ocean as far as we know. That's probably not even accurate. We don't recycle enough, even though recycling can be harmful to the environment, but there's a lot we could be doing. Of course, us average folk do not make the products that are being wasted, like said before. But if the demand for plastic products is lower and more people start to buy recyclable items, the industries can change. They have already changed in certain countries like Japan and Norway. One of the things I'd like to bring your attention to is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. That's where most of the trash ever used goes. You probably have trash that is in the Pacific Garbage Patch right now. And the trash that you have used today, whether that be the wrapping of gum or like a Ziploc bag you used in your lunch today, will probably go there too. It's just 600,000 square miles of being just trash. It's just made of trash. It has a pretty high density of just trash, not just water floating around. When you see images of ships or something literally swimming in trash, that's where it is. It's not an exaggeration like I used to believe. Other ways to normally help use less waste are using plastic containers. And you're like, wait, but they're still made out of plastic, but also they get more uses, and it's not like just using a Ziploc bag once. I've used the same plastic containers for over 6 years since I was 6, and I just happened to want to bring something to school or whatever. If once they get to a point where they are unusable, to me it seems morally not as bad because you got uses out of them and you're trying not to be wasteful. I hope this video has helped educate you on how bad our trash issue is on Earth. Please don't just brush it off as not applying to me or I'm just one person, because even though you are one person, if 1 million people all lived a waste minimum life, there would be a difference. It's already seen as trendy to be waste free, like bragging about being vegan. No, but I guess it's similar to that, and there are people who brag about it, but at least they're being rude with a reason, I guess. It's still not good, but they're not hurting the environment, so yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this video that I put together literally last minute. Thanks for watching.